name's Chef Mark Keogh, and this is Cooking with the Keoghs. Today we're going to make barbecued ribs with our own homemade rub. We're going to start by making the rub. Oh, actually we're going to get to do one thing first. We need to preheat the grill to 300 degrees. So I'm going to turn it on a medium setting to get it going. Next step is to make the rub. I've already pre-proportioned my seasonings just so to make it a little bit easier. At the end of this video we'll be adding the recipe. So I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of pepper, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Alright, I got 8 ounces or 8 tablespoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, oregano, 2 tablespoons, and this is my special seasoning that has a little bit of smoky flavor to it to go along with the smoked paprika. Now I'm going to take it and mix it all together to make our rub. I can smell that smoky flavor in it now. So the next step to making my ribs is I take the ribs out of the packaging and then I flip them over. Now this is so when you're cutting them later they come a little bit tender. Just you want to score the membrane on the back. Score the meat here. This way it makes them nice and tender. And then we're going to do the next slab. And the last slab. The next step to my ribs is we take the rub and we rub them all down. Get it all over nice and slathered down there, nice and thick. So that nice flavoring into the meat there. I love using dry rubs. I love the smoke with dry rubs, but I don't have my smoker at the current time. I'm going to try to pick that up for next week's session. Smoke a brisket, maybe a turkey, maybe do both. That's what's so wonderful about summertime is I love to cook outside. Alright, so we're going to take all this down. I'm going to pull out my half sheet tray. I can line my ribs up on there nice and neatly. Alright. And then next, I'm going to take 2 cups of water and I'm going to add it to the bottom of the pan. Alright, and we're going to use a cooking method called braising, where we're going to roast it and have water on the bottom that's going to slowly heat up and it's going to steam the ribs gently inside of the grill. Wrap the ribs so they get nice and tender. So I got my aluminum foil. I'm going to wrap the ribs tightly. And they're ready to go into the grill for 2 hours and 20 minutes. So just remember, about 2 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes. You don't want to go too much longer than that. At 300 degrees, you want to cook them slow because what will happen is they'll get so tender they'll just fall apart off the bone. It tastes good that way, but it's not quite so eye appealing. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to check my grill temperature. It is at 325 degrees, so I'm going to turn the grill down just a little bit. Then I'm going to take my whole little package here. I'm going to put it right on the grill. And you will occasionally check this, about every half hour or so, just to make sure we're going in the right direction. Close up the grill, and we'll see you in 2 hours and 20 minutes. Welcome back. Now it's time to pull the ribs off the grill. We're going to take our little package we made here, and with some hot pads, and very gently, because there might still be some water in there, we don't want to burn ourselves. We're going to take the ribs off and open them up and see how they are. Ooh, that looks like perfection to me. The meat's nice and tender, almost ready to fall off. You don't want it too tender where the ribs are going to fall apart. So the next step, which is very important, is we want these to cool down a little bit before we put the sauce on and put them back on the grill. Usually takes about another half hour. So I'm going to cover the ribs back up, let them sit here, let the steam out for about a half hour, and we'll come back to this. In the meantime, I'm going to heat the grill up here to 350 to 400 degrees. So when we put them on there, they get a nice char to them. All right, we'll see you in a half hour. Now we put the ribs on the grill, and we're going to slather it up with my favorite barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's. And the grill should be pretty hot now, about 350 to 400 degrees. And we're just going to let that cook there for about 5 minutes. And we'll come back to them and flip them over. All right. Now we're under our next phase. We're going to flip the ribs over on the grill. A nice little char going on them. I don't want to burn them, so I'm going to turn down the heat just a little bit. I'm going to take my little basting brush here and just put a little bit of barbecue on the bottom. Just keep watching. They smell good. I'm going to close up the grill for maybe like 2 minutes only. This way they get a nice little cooking on the top. Kind of thickens the barbecue sauce up a bit. Alright. Now the ribs is seared on the other side. Got a little char cook to it. So little nice dark grill marks on there. Didn't want to burn them. Because the barbecue sauce does burn quickly, so you got to be careful with it. See if I can get this last. We're going to flip over. And now I'm going to put another good coat of barbecue sauce on top. Looking good. I'm going to close up the grill again for another 4 or 5 minutes and let them finish off. Ribs are looking good. I'm just going to add a little bit more sauce on top of it. You don't have to, but I like it that way. It makes me happy. And that's it. Those are my Memorial Day ribs. Okay. I would like to take a special shout out now to Jade Roberts for helping me with the social media. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to pull these ribs off. Let's get them in the sunlight so we can take a nice look at them. This one off without falling apart. Yeah, come back here. All right. Turn off the grill. I don't want to have no fires. And let's go bring these over to the sunlight here. Take a look at those marvelous ribs. Oh, wait, I'm hungry now. Let's go eat.